Omaha,
pick up that blitz.
Watch 50, watch 50. Welcome to the franchise. Introducing the loudmouth asshole champion, the people's commissioner, the salty former commissioner, the current commissioner, the fairest in the land, the baby daddy and car salesman, the guy who didn't draft his team, the Albanzo, the guy with a general studies degree, the man without a plan, the man-child still growing up, the newcomer and resident Punta. And this is the franchise with your host, Johnny Serpentes.
What's going on? Welcome to week 7 of the franchise. I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. I'm fucking American, man. I'm just fucking around. It's week 7 of franchise, baby. What's happening? What's going on? It's Johnny Serpentes. We back again, man. We ran out of money last week. Shit happens, man. So we trying to recover. We got all new stuff again, man. We're bringing it to you firsthand. This is the franchise, baby. You know we like to do it big. You know, we in beautiful New Orleans again. We always in New Orleans, but you know that's just how it goes. And you know, we're gonna be talking about waiver wires, trades, penalties and challenges. We got another crazy guest. You don't even know it yet.
Welcome to week 7 of the franchise. This is the waiver wire report / transaction report. I'm Mario Balotelli this week. First off, we have Don Vito. He dropped Jay Cutler to pick up Joe Flacco, who I traded him for and then dropped. So it's like he's just picking him up again. That is it for me. Off to Johnny Serpentes now, the real star of the show.
Salud. Welcome to week 7 of the franchise. I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. We're talking about transactions, trades. I got whiskey. I got my sunglasses on. You can't see these drunk guys. So we're going to go right into it. First one we're going to talk about, we got Charmander West for Chris Thompson. What is going on with that? Charmander, he can't even evolve, bro. He's supposed to evolve into Jamal Charles. He ain't even evolved yet. He's still in the Poke Center trying to get healed up by the little nurse or something like that. This little sneaky pickup, Brandon LaFell by the league manager, commissioner. You know, it's a pretty good pickup. Their Patriots are always, you know, passing the ball around. They like to spread it around a lot. So, you know, maybe he can open up for LaFell and he can get some time on the ball for a change. Adam Andre adding Jay Cutler and dropping Martavius 28 bomb Bryant. He can barely read, but he can catch the ball. We all know that. We all know it now, at least. And then just from Martavius Bryant, we got a cold front here. It's going to move up. Martavius Bryant got picked up by the commissioner, and you know, we all know what he did this week. Dropped 28 bomber, and you know, the cold front is right here. Gets a little warm, and we're gonna wiggle on up to the north. Here we got Dr. X trading up for LeGarrette Blount. Not sure the idea behind that one. You're mental for that trade. Brandon Marshall's the only gem on the New York Giants receiving core, and that's just not going to work out. LeGarrette Blount smokes way too many backwoods. Hold on, we got a call. This is live. This is breaking news. We got Harry Cahill on the line. Hello? What's up? Okay, can you get in the building? Well, let me work on that. Alright. And come up to the 6th floor. Yeah, so continuing on, we got a cold front transaction moving in from east to west, or yeah, fuck. That's a West Coast. Yeah, West Coast front moving in. Malcolm Floyd, Toby Gerhart, losers. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about coming across. We got Tornado, Stephen Diggs, like Diggy Smith, like the Reverend son. I hear you, little hoe. But Minnesota receiver, man, wraps it up for transactions and trades and waiver wire report this week. I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. Welcome to week 7 of the franchise. I'm unfortunately your host, Johnny Serpentes. This week it's former commissioner Harry Lloyd Cahill IV, excuse me. We're gonna jump right into it. We like to welcome Harry. No problem. Yeah. So first question, man. Why did you relinquish the commissioner title to Mike Steele on that fateful draft day?
It was a tough decision for me. I've been the commissioner of this league ever since we started, I love my time. I love, getting everybody together, making everybody hate each other at times, be competitive with it. But starting med school, I just didn't think I'd be able to put the same amount of time and energy into it. And I felt like Mike Steele's the best guy for the job, for sure at the time, to come together, make everyone hate each other, make good decisions for the league. He's a knowledgeable guy. And I feel like he's brought a good amount of passion to the league.
Yeah. But if you had to choose someone else, who you think would have been a secondary commissioner?
It's a tough question.
Don't be afraid to say me either.
The commissioner obviously needs to be somebody that's knowledgeable, has some kind of entertainment value, has some kind of pull with everyone in the league, but at the same time is reasonable.
So you pretty much just described me.
Mike Steele, good candidate. I think you're a little too crazy to be a commissioner. I've been in the league before where you're the commissioner, and it was a little too much. I feel like we have different rule changes. You get a point for missing extra points and shit. I don't even know. Although the only time I've ever won a fantasy football league was when John was the commissioner, so maybe I can get a little switch.
If you had to decide between winning a fantasy championship or staying a weekend in the Playboy Mansion, what would you decide? Jesus.
I'm gonna have to say that winning the championship, man.
Who's the fuck, man?
It hurt last year to come so close to winning the championship, man.
No, it's so close that we can almost touch it. It's like on my shoulder right there. It's almost within reach.
It hurt.
Yeah, man. I got another good one for you. What was your fondest fantasy memory of your career thus far?
Fondest would have been winning. Anytime you really mess with Cam in a trade is always a good time. I think certainly some thought should be put into who's going to be the commissioner next year. Not necessarily a vote, but maybe a league-wide discussion about not necessarily even who it should be, but how we should choose the commissioner. Whether it should be champions commissioner, a vote, last place. I don't know. There's always,
Fair running for all 3 of those.
Yeah, there's definitely a discussion there.
Yeah.
I almost had to fight that with that last year. Keep the veto.
Keep
the veto, by the way.
Calm down. We might have to bleep down with that. It's a little too extreme.
The league manager veto. Not the league veto, the league manager veto.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, sad to say, but that's gonna happen, man. We don't want him going off anymore. No extremist comments.
That's how the professionals do it. League veto.
Well,
Lovely veto. Commissioner veto. David Stern.
Well, this is the late night show with Johnny Serpentes. Commissioner Harry Lloyd Cahill IV, and that's all we got, man. Appreciate you being on here.
Aaron Foster's drawings.
Penalties and challenges. First flag, we have Matt Ledette picking up Pierre Thomas, who got a tryout with the Chiefs and never actually made the roster. Yeah, and you used the waiver wire spot on him, so it's even worse. So, second part of the show, challenges. We have 2 challenges this week. We have Luke Cahill, who last week said I should have started CJ Spiller when he got his 16-point performance on his 80-yard touchdown. But who's that to see that coming? Also, Harry, who said Brent Selleck should have been Josh Alvarado's team, the Bandito. Coach your own team, guys, as our former commissioner used to say, coach your own team. This is Penalties and Challenges from the umpire.
think it's a game.
I'm ready. What's going on? Welcome to week 7 of the franchise. This is projections, and all y'all are a bunch of fuck faces. And I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. This week we got Vito Corleone versus Busta. I don't fill out a whole bench / roster. Pretty weak teams, to be honest. We got 1-5 Vito Corleone, 2-4 Fez. Fez is going in this. I'm not sure. Like I said earlier, there's a cold front coming in here. It's moving east to west, pushing both these players off his team. They're nowhere to be found. Not sure what's going on with that. We can always count on Le'Veon Bell to not put up a good performance, considering he's still trash. Julio Jones, yeah, they're pretty good. Julio, you know, maybe he'll catch a couple of touchdowns or something like that. Who knows? Vito Corleone, I would say he's got big players, but considering he traded them all to Harry, Deion Lewis, that's about it. That's all you can count on, and he's playing the Jets. You know that's not going to go well for him.
Think it's a game.
Next matchup we got is Arian Foster's groin, 5-1 against Brady. I'm still gay for Brady's bunch, 5-1. It's the biggest game of the week, pretty much, record-wise. Both 5-1, vying to go 6-1, best record in the league. You know, both of them got it right now, so we're gonna go. We got Andrew Luck, tropical depression right here. He's moving on to New Orleans. You know we're not good with hurricanes, so he's likely to fuck them up this weekend. Next we got Arian Foster's groin, little depression. He's probably on pain meds, so he is depressed. Going to Miami. Miami's got that big old fucking jacked up tight end now coach. I mean, he's crazy as shit. So he's probably gonna get lit up. He'll probably drop a goose egg. We got Charmander West. Rob Gronkowski, he's playing New York Jets. I mean, and Todd Gurley going up a heavy Cleveland defense, even though they're ranked like 30th or something like that. Here we got Tom Brady going against the Jets. Secondary is looking mean as fuck. That's all I got to say about that, so we'll see how that pans out for him too.
How is he 5-1?
Andre Ellington still got a broke dick. Marius Thomas is on the bench with a bye, and so is Giovanni Bernard. Broncos defense, #1 defense in the league, on the bench with a bye week. That's not going to be good for him. AJ Green, Eddie Lacy, both on a bye week. How that works out, I guess we'll find out by the time I get to the bottom of this whiskey glass. Next matchup we got this week is it's a little bit of competition within the franchise. The two producers. We'll say this: I have to win. You know, sorry, People's Commissioner. This has to be my week. So going right into it, this week, you know, I got some of my key players on bye week. Andy Dalton, #1 quarterback in fantasy football. I had to trade him out for Phillip Rivers, #4 quarterback in fantasy football. Joseph Randle back off bye. You know, he's a #1 slot running back on the Dallas backfield. And, you know, Steve Smith coming off a big week for me. Hopefully he lights up Arizona. Flacco's looking to get back in the saddle. New World Order Wolfpack. We got Drew Brees playing Indianapolis away. Brees is trash. He's got a limp arm. It's broke still. I'm not counting on him to put up serious points, but he's got Larry Fitzgerald versus Baltimore. Baltimore is the 31st ranked against receivers. That'll be a big week for him, more than likely. Jimmy Graham still hasn't panned out. He's trash as well. Marshawn Lynch trash. Cardinals are going against Baltimore. Probably going to be a big game for him. It's at home. I could see them dropping 20 points on them. But on a side note, you know, Thomas Rawls. You may have to put him in for Marshawn Lynch as he's got a knee ailment. And yeah, I'm not too sure who's going to pull this one out, but I bet it's going to be me. Cheers. You know, week 7 projections. We got some Mr. Nice Guy versus Dr. X. I can't buy a win. Good thing for him though, unlike me, Adam Andre's whole fucking team is on bye week. Starting from Jay Cutler, Jeremy Hill, Emmanuel Sanders, Brandon. And you know, he's got no receivers on his bench. His only receiver, Marvin Jones, is on bye as well. He's up shit's creek with this one. Though I will say though, Devontae fucking Freeman, #1 fucking fantasy player, is probably gonna drop a 40 bomber on Tennessee. He's got Russell Wilson, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, and Gary Barnidge, who has come out of fucking left field to score 15 points plus 4 weeks straight. I don't know who this guy is. Tried to pick him up on the waiver wire 2 weeks ago. Did not work out for me. Fucking good. LeGarrette Blount, trash. TJ Yeldon, trash. Eagles defense against Carolina, that's -5 points right there. And Dan Carpenter is still trying to figure out how to put a fucking nail through a piece of plywood. Yeah, it's going to be a tough week, but I still think Matt LeDeck comes away with this. And this is Week 7 projections, and I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes.
Welcome to Week 7 of the franchise. This is the closing statement. I believe that, you know the little tab that says add second owner? I never thought anyone should ever use it, but Nick Ongori, you should use it and add Seth to your second owner. He should be the second owner. We've been doing a lot of talking over here at the franchise, and we're going to have some kind of last place punishment if you get last place, so don't get last place. Also, I decided to end my tirade on the commissionership of the commissioner's office, so you can, Mike Steele, you can sleep well now at night. So this is Week 7, closing statement, franchise. I'm Jerry's Bird.